It is an honor to be here today to present the Irving Berelson President's Award, named in honor of Mr. Irving Berelson, who served as president of the board for 38 years. I have the distinct privilege of working with Irving Berelson. I can truly say that he was the president of all presidents. No offense, Mike. 37 to go. He led the staff and the board through decades of change, but his dedication to our mission was unwavering. Like today's recipient of the President's Award, Irving Berelson was laser focused on improving the quality of life for people with hearing loss. Like today's honoree, Mr. Berelson also never took no for an answer. He worked with those around him to achieve his goal. Today's recipient, Deputy Inspector Dan Corione, has done the same. After suffering from a line-of-duty, firearm-induced hearing loss in 1996, Officer Corione was ultimately let go from service from the NYPD because of an antiquated hearing aid ban. Deputy Inspector Corione, with his highly decorated years of service, challenged that ban on police officers who use hearing aids and was recently reinstated onto the force. His victory was a cause for celebration, not only for Officer Corione, but for anyone with a disability or who cares about the quality of life for people with disabilities. And so, on behalf of the Board of Directors and staff of the Center for Hearing and Communication, I'm privileged to present Deputy Inspector Dan Corione with the Irving Berelson President's Award.
Let me begin by saying how honored I am to be here today. I stand here today not as a 26-year member of the NYPD, but rather as a man who has been given his life back. A man who will never be fully capable of articulating his gratitude to the CHC for all they have done for me. As a human being who once again is whole in spirit and body. As a police officer, we are taught, we are conditioned, we are programmed to be strong when others are in crisis. We place our safety, and if need be, our lives in peril, so that others can find security. We run into situations everyone is running from, and for better or for worse, that is how I live my life. So you can imagine the idea of becoming hearing disabled was something I would not, nor could I consider. The very thought was foreign to the point of non-existence. It was something I thought would never happen to me, until it did. In 1996, I was involved in a tragic gun battle. As a result, I lost a good deal of my hearing. Like so many others with hearing loss, I refused to get help. I ignored it. I denied its existence. And for a long while, I did all right living the lie. When in 2008, I found myself promoted to Deputy Inspector, I received a new assignment, and with that assignment came an office in Long Island City, Queens. The office that I was assigned to was right outside a very busy elevated train line. It was that point in which I knew I needed help. I couldn't hear what was being said. I set aside my vanity, and I looked to the benefits of a hearing aid. Sadly, the NYPD moved in kind to sever me from my employment based upon an antiquated and highly discriminatory hearing aid ban policy. Despite 2 years of pleading, arguing, and even begging, I was officially severed from employment June 2011. The process of losing your hearing is a frightening one. Your life changes. You struggle to adapt. However, becoming the victim of discrimination based upon your hearing loss is far, far worse. The discrimination I endured left me alone, abandoned, and without dignity. I was indeed in a very dark place. A place I never thought that Dan Corione, the soldier, the police officer, the man would ever be. The experience humbled me, and in doing so, it taught me a few very important lessons. The first being that no one is immune to hearing loss. Hearing loss does not discriminate. It affects the old, the young, the tall, the short, the rich, and the poor alike. Some are born with hearing disabilities. Others, through no fault of their own, will develop them through life. For most, it's not a question of if, but rather a question of when hearing loss will find you. And sadly, discrimination based upon that disability can find you just as easily. It is this inescapable reality which makes organizations like the CHC, the HLAA, and civil law rights firms, law firms such as Colleen Meenan and Associates, so very important. During those dark days when the NYPD was moving to sever me from employment, I was first introduced to the CHC. The CHC tested and evaluated me for months. During that time, the CHC showed me great compassion and patience. They worked very hard to fit me with the very best technology and hearing aid. They were tireless, and they got it right. More importantly, in doing so, they provided me with hope. They treated me with respect and dignity, and in this, in turn, instilled in me an undullable belief that I was a person that mattered. I was a person that was able. And I was a person that could continue to be a vital and productive human being. The CHC gave me hope, and they inspired me to dare greatly. Well, hope is a very powerful thing. Out of that hope grew my realization that with the hearing aid, I was otherwise qualified. And I would not go quietly into the night. It also was during this time that I learned to grasp to inspiration wherever I could find it. One such place was in a poem I had come across by the title of Invictus, written by William Ernest Henley. I recited it daily, and still do to this day. If you'll indulge me one moment, I'd like to share it with you. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced or cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloodied, but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, or how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. I share that with you because I know exactly whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. They are the CHC, the HLAA, and my attorney and good friend, Colleen Meenan. Colleen, if you will, please, would you stand up? I'm sorry, please. Colleen believed the merits of this case when so many other lawyers would not. Colleen is the attorney who champions the rights for the hearing disabled, and she is the attorney who crafted a brilliant case, one that defeated a titan. In closing, I will always be grateful to CHC for the compassion and support they provided me. You restored my dignity, you provided me with hope, and inspired me to dare greatly. Without your help and your support, I would not be here today, and I will always be in your debt. Thank you.